So Gabe Perez, I'm with Luxurious Miami.
Tell me about this beautiful car behind you, dude. What do you got?
So this is my 72 Buick Riviera bolt tail. Been 5 years in the making. Actually, today's the 29th. I just got a memory on my phone of me taking it apart March 27th of 2020. So it's to the day.
Really?
We got here on the 28th. Yeah, so I finished it to the day. 5 years exact. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Why Riviera?
Man, this car, I wanted this car back when I was a kid. I first saw Joe Ray's Dress to Kill on the cover of Lowrider magazine back in like 1990. And I was like, man, that's the car, because it's different. You know, you could walk around, and not knocking anybody, but you could walk around the show and you'll see 100 Impalas. You don't see 100 Rivies, you know, and just the body style, the back window, the hips, you know.
The bolt tail.
The boat tail, you know, just everything about it. It's different. It's nice. They called it the gentleman's hot rod. You know, that's what it was known for back in the 70s. They only made 3 years of this body style, and then the last year they changed a few things. But so yeah, I wanted that car, but you know, my first car was an '84 Camaro that I inherited from my brother, and you know, I rebuilt the motor by myself. I was 14 years old, and you know, built that car. And it was kind of nothing but problems. It was a money pit. So I found the Rivi and I showed it to my parents, and what do you want that for? Es un cacharro. So yeah, since then I wanted it. Back when Lowrider came back to Miami in 2018, you know, I went to the show and I was walking around and seeing a lot of my friends like Al, and you know, they were like, when are you gonna build another car? And driving home, my wife's like, yeah, why don't you build another car? And I said, well, if I'm gonna do one, I'm gonna do a Riviera. And
so where did you find this car? And was it, obviously, it wasn't in this condition, nor in this color?
It definitely wasn't this condition. The color was that nutmeg color, so it's kind of a brown, like a really light brown. So that's why I stayed with the brown color, but I wanted something that would pop a little more. So I went to Tropical Glitz and I got the Toyota 4x4 paint coat mixed with a little extra in there, and that's basically the base color, and then obviously all the graphics and everything else makes it pop even more.
Now, obviously you have beautiful graphics on it, but this interior is something else, dude. Like, what inspired you with the interior on this car? Because it's just gorgeous.
So I've always been a big car audio guy. I worked in a few shops when I was, you know, growing up, and I always built the trunks, you know, with the panels, and I was taught by a few guys, kind of freelance installer, and there was a couple guys there that were into the big car audio, the IASCA competitions. So I learned how to panel a trunk from them, and then I evolved it into building interiors, the center consoles. My first show car, which is kind of what I'm more known for, was my '89 Beretta. And I built that whole interior back then, you know, when this wasn't a thing. You know, the hot rod interior wasn't really a thing. That one I built it with a little mix of hot rod, lowrider, because it was a hot rod interior, but the tuck and roll with leather. People were doing, back then they were doing the crushed velvet, velvet and all that. And I decided to go a different way, and I built it with leather. I spent a week making buttons. So that's what inspired me to do this. You know, I took what I knew back then and kind of came out of retirement, I guess you could say, with this. And
it's gorgeous. And now, are you running your factory drivetrain on this?
Yeah, it's full. It's the original 455 converted to EFI. I did a CVF serpentine, the billet serpentine setup. So it's all nice and compact. The original drive, front drive on the motor is super wide. It hangs over the fenders. I didn't want that. I wanted everything in front of the motor. So that really made it a nice touch. It brought everything in. I did all braided lines, but the motor is stock. It's not. I didn't want something that was going to give me problems in traffic. People tell me, "Oh, put a cam in there." I don't want to sit at the light, just camming and real uncomfortable. It has AC. Like I could get in this thing and cruise. That's what I want. I didn't want to have to pump the gas and start it and go through all that crap. So yeah,
No, the car now. Are you running on juice? Because this car sits gorgeous on your wheels. So
yeah, it's on Hoppo's 2-pump, 4 battery setup, front, back, side to side. Basically, you're basically lay and play setup.
And what are you running on for wheels?
Wheels are Luxor 14x7s, diamond cut spokes, triple gold, and then I got tires are Coker 520 premium sport-ways. Credit to my club brothers, my family as well, my wife, my kids, just all the support I've gotten from everyone and the help.
All right, now, last thing, what do you got for clear?
For clear?
Yeah. SPI, yeah, Southern Polyurethane, SPI Euro, and it was taken care of. We had Chanti Custom help out with the buff.
Yep.
And then Tropical Glitz ended up helping out at the end because
Yep.
we're all in the same club.
Absolutely.
And we love this too much because it's a lot of work to build these cars, dude.
Yeah, it is.
And I have to give you a lot of credit because you have so much willpower and all these long nights to make it happen, bro. And I don't have it in me like you do, bro. So,
Appreciate it.
la verdad, te lo comiste.
Thank you.